Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, the taste of Bermuda.
Coming up on Golf Destination, presented by Goslings of Bermuda, we meet the courses and the team at Friel Golf in New Hampshire. The Friel name is synonymous with quality, affordable golf that the public can enjoy. We'll visit their 2 golf courses, the Overlook in New Hampshire and Cape Cod Country Club in Falmouth, Massachusetts. Plus, we'll learn about the 2017 U.S. Senior Open being contested at the venerable Salem Country Club in Peabody, Massachusetts. All of that and more next. Welcome to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Grace Dyslinski. The name Friel has deep roots in New England golf, and the family golfing tradition continues at the Overlook Golf Club and the Cape Cod Country Club. We spoke with Ryan Friel and Elizabeth Friel O'Brien about the courses and Friel Golf Management's mission.
Friel Golf Management manages public golf courses, and so we have 3 different locations. We have the Overlook Golf Club in Hollis, New Hampshire, Cape Cod Country Club in East Falmouth, and World Cup Golf Center in Hudson, New Hampshire. All of our facilities are daily fee and open to the public, so we try to attract golfers of many different levels, just those beginning, but also some local people that are looking for a place to call their home for the summer.
Well, basically what we try to do at Friel Golf is constantly be improving. We try to provide a great public golf experience where it feels like it's a private club. We take a lot of pride in our golf courses, and it starts with the greens. We have great superintendents working for us.
Well, we've realized that golf can be a little bit intimidating for those just starting out, so we try to always make it inviting. We have weeknight leagues, we have 9 and dines for couples on weekends. What it is you can come out and play with either your significant other or a friend. You play 9 holes and then you enjoy dinner or snacks and drinks after golf.
There's definitely a nice contrast between our 2 golf courses. The Cape course was actually designed by Devereaux Emmett, who did Congressional, whereas Overlook was designed by my father, David Friel. The Overlook is definitely kind of a New England style golf course. I think one of the most fun things here at Overlook would be our shotgun leagues that we do every night at 5 o'clock. They're very, very competitive. Cape Cod Country Club, I feel like it's a pretty cool golf course. It's really kind of old school Cape feeling, where it's really lush and green down the middle of the fairways, and then, 10 yards outside the rough, there's a lot of fescue. We have a lot of elevation changes. There's some elevated greens and some valleys that you have to hit through.
One exciting event that we're hosting again this summer at Cape Cod Country Club is the Massachusetts Amateur Qualifier, which takes a lot of the best players in the state and allows them to try to qualify for the state championship.
Well, we kind of feel like golf is more about the experience than your score. It's more about the camaraderie and the people you meet. It should be, I guess, a little bit competitive, but it should always be fun.
Now let's first take a look at the Overlook Golf Club in Hollis, New Hampshire. Max Cormier works in the golf shop and enjoys playing the Overlook a lot.
Here at the Overlook, you can consider it more of an inland course. Of course, we're right along the Nashville River here, so there is some water in play that you can find quite often if you're not careful. It's an interesting layout. You don't have to hit your longest club on every hole, which is the reason I like it. You kind of get a feel for all your clubs. Target golf is definitely what you need to be aware of when you come here to play. The fairway size, it varies between holes. Some of them tight, some wide open, give you a lot of room to play around out there. The greens are fairly large, so it makes it nice to be able to get up and down pretty easily. You do find some breaking putts, mostly on the backside here, but just because they're not undulated doesn't mean they're not difficult greens. Water is a big play on this course. You got water hazards, you got the river along a few of the holes out there, so you do need to be careful about that. Make sure you're arranging correctly, laying up, or if you're keen on that, going for it in two. There's fairway bunkers and green bunkers on almost every hole. Here you won't find as much elevation change except for on the front. You know, the back's relatively flat, but that doesn't mean it's not difficult out there. So we have our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday league. They shotgun at 5 o'clock, play their 9 holes. They can come out beforehand and play 9 holes, so they can actually get 18 holes in on any one of those nights. It's a great time. A lot of people have been here for a really long time in those leagues, and it doesn't seem like they're slowing down at all. I can't get enough of the camaraderie between the players here. You know, we have the same people coming over and over and over again. And you know, it's great for me, it's great for everyone inside. You know, everyone's very friendly. So it's nice, we're almost like a big family here.
Coming up, we'll take a tour of the Overlook golf course and learn the vital statistics. Plus, we'll start our tour of Cape Cod Country Club when Golf Destination presented by Goslings of Bermuda continues. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Grace Dislinski. Now let's take a look at the front 9 at the Overlook Golf Club in Hollis, New Hampshire. The first hole is a long par 5 that helps you warm up. The second hole is a short par 4 that requires a tee shot over water.
Number 3, number 1 handicap hole. Used to be a par 5. It's long and straight. Seems like it'd be easy, you just have to hit a good tee shot, but you got that menacing river on the right-hand side of you, so anything right, it's not good.
Even if you hit a good drive, the par 4 fourth hole will require a second shot with a long iron to the green, with 2 bunkers protecting it. The fifth is a longish par 3 of 201 yards. Carry the bunkers fronting the green and you'll be putting for birdie. The seventh is a straight par 4 of just over 300 yards. Hit a lofted club to the green.
My favorite hole, it's got to be number 8, par 3. I've seen anywhere from a cut hybrid, a little punch shot down there, all the way to a full swing wedge. And they all play a little differently, but it all comes to the same conclusion.
The ninth is played best when you are just right of the fairway bunker. Par is a good score here, but birdie is a distinct possibility. We're now at the turn, so for a little break, let's see what's going on Golf Destination's social media sites. So your drive goes a little wayward and happens to land next to a crocodile. Do you A, pull a new ball out of the bag, or B, try to wrestle the crocodile for the ball? If you answered B, then you must also want to lose an arm for that X out you plunked in the hazard. Folks, it's a golf ball. We also host Flyover Fridays, oddly enough, on every Friday. This flyover is from one of our featured courses today, Cape Cod Country Club. Everyone wants to hit the ball farther, but I think this gentleman has finally found the answer. Just do the whole tin cup thing and rip it down a straight road. Feel free to message us your videos and pics at Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Now let's go back to the Overlook Golf Course in Hollis, New Hampshire to take a look at their back 9. The 10th at the Overlook requires 2 great shots to reach the green in 2 on this dogleg left par 5. The 11th is all about placement off the tee with a pond on the left side of the fairway. Big hitters will try and cut the corner on this dogleg right par 4 12th hole. The 13th is a long dogleg right par 4 with water protecting the dogleg. The 14th is a straightaway par 3. The green is very undulated, so be careful with your putt.
So number 15 is my favorite hole in the back. It can be a little menacing at some points. You got the river on the right-hand side again, but instead of just being a straight long hole, you got a water hazard in front of the green. You can't really chunk it. You got to really play it up to the true distance up to the pin.
The 16th is another slight dogleg right, par 4 with bunkers protecting the landing area. The par 3 17th is the shortest hole on the course, but don't leave your tee shot short or your bunker play will be tested. You finish on a straightaway par 5 with the river running along the left side of the fairway. Plot your way down the hole for a round closing birdie. That's our look at the Overlook golf course. Now let's take a look at the vital statistics. From the blue tees, the Overlook in Hollis, New Hampshire tips out at 6,624 yards. The white tees come in at just over 6,100 yards, while the forward red tees are 5,255 yards. The blues rating is a 70.1 with a slope of 126. The whites are a 68.2 with a 119 slope, and the forward red tees are a 69.2 with a 114 slope. Next, we visit the sister course of Overlook, Cape Cod Country Club in Falmouth, Massachusetts. Plus, we learn about another USGA major, visiting Salem Country Club in Peabody, Massachusetts, the 2017 US Senior Open. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. I'm Grace Tislinski. One of the best vacation destinations is Cape Cod in Massachusetts. The Cape is also known for great golf, and Cape Cod Country Club is a part of that tradition.
It's an older Cape design, plays to about 6,400 from the back tees, fairly well tree lined, a lot of elevated greens, false fronts. You just want to make sure on a lot of those short wedge shots that you hit the right club to get all the way up there, because if you leave it just a little short, it'll spin back down to you quite a distance. We are definitely, distance friendly, just you got to be careful with your club selections on those elevated greens. No one hole is like another. I mean, it's very challenging. It's well bunkered around the greens, doesn't play overly long, but people never seem to score as low as they think they should based on the distance. It's been a classic Cape design for a lot of years. The backside gets a little more elevated than the front. You only have a couple of hills on the front, but 13 through 18 pretty much have uphill shots on every green coming in. If you hit your greens in regulation, there's never going to be a real long putt. Our greens are excellent. They've always been excellent. We're probably above average speed, not super fast, but they read true. I mean, what you read is what it does. So, I mean, if you're a good putter and you get it on the right line, you're going to make a lot of putts. The water really only comes into play on par 3-9, with 2 ponds left and right and 1 in front of the tee. The water's around, but it doesn't really come into play too often. The wind blows in the Cape pretty regularly. Right here at the clubhouse, it blows well. It blows well out on the 9th, which is right on the 2 ponds. 13 and 16 blows pretty well, but we have some low holes that, it'll quiet down for you that are pretty well tree hidden. Most holes you see the majority of the hole from the tee. We do have a couple dogleg par 5s where you can see your landing area off the tee, but then it doglegs after that. But the majority of the holes you do see your hole from the tee, so we don't have a whole lot of blind shots on the golf course. And we do have a membership base, season pass holders, but I mean, generally we're middle class working clientele. And I mean, get a lot of seasonal people in the summer, vacationers, but I mean, our general clientele is the working class.
Now let's take a tour of the Cape Cod Country Club. You start off at Cape Cod with a short 325-yard par 4. Driver isn't necessary. The second is a straightforward par 3 measuring just over 200 yards. 2 bunkers protect the green. The third is a reachable par 5 of just under 500 yards, and birdie is very possible here. The fourth is a par 4 with out of bounds along the right. A greenside bunker on the left protects the green. The 5th is another straightaway par 4 of good length. You'll have a mid-iron for your approach. The 6th is a par 5 and is about placement off the tee. 3 good shots and you can be looking at birdie. The 7th is a short par 4. Play is smart and a par is almost guaranteed.
8's another great hole. I mean, it's a little blind out the tee shot, but it's just picturesque coming into the green with the pond in the background. 9 is probably that signature hole, the par 3. Plays 165 from the back tees, probably 150 to 155 from the middle tees, but the wind is blowing across the 2 ponds, so it could be a different hole every day.
Now that we're at the turn, let's take a look at some of the drone footage we've captured above Cape Cod Country Club. Now let's finish strong at Cape Cod Country Club. The 10th is a slight dogleg left, and a good drive will still leave you a long iron into a bunker-protected green. The 11th is a long dogleg par 5, and this is a definite 3-shotter. The 12th is one of the longest par 3s you can play, as it can be stretched out to 265 yards. Par on this hole will help you in your match. The 13th is another reachable par 5 of just under 500 yards.
Everybody talks about 14. It's a short par 4. It only plays to 340, 350, depending on where you are in the tees. A lot of people call it the volcano hole. It's got an elevated green that's got no relief left or right, and it's a postage stamp green, so if you don't hit the green, you can make a big number on a real short hole real easy.
Do not miss the par 3 15th right, or you will have a difficult up and down. 16th offers another par 3, with this one tipping out over 200 yards. The 17th is a short par 4 that encourages you to hit it down the left side of the fairway. The green is challenging. An iron off the tee on 18 will suffice, setting you up with a shorter iron to the green. Birdie would be a great way to end the match. Now let's take a look at the vital statistics at Cape Cod Country Club, a Devereaux Emmett and Alfred Tull designed golf course. The blue tees tip out at 6,429 yards with a rating of 71.7 and a slope of 129. The white tees measure just over 6,000 yards with a rating of 69.6 and 125 slope. Next, we visit another great classic course, Salem Country Club, as they get ready for the U.S. Senior Open in 2017. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda. The U.S. Senior Open returns to Salem Country Club in Peabody, Massachusetts.
Welcome to Salem Country Club in the United States Senior Open in 2017.
The last time the event was there was 2001, and it is remembered by the sold-out crowds and thrilling competition. Recently, we attended their media day to find out more.
This is a national championship, and it's a major endeavor.
Oh, we're super excited about the Senior Open coming to town to the historic Salem Country Club. We've got over 400 volunteers signed up, many corporate partners, and it's going to be an amazing championship next June in 2017.
The United States Golf Association runs the event. We host it. We work with them in setting up the golf course. The golf course is in such wonderful shape and the condition is perfect. And as far as the layout of the holes, the USGA didn't have any suggestions whatsoever. They were thrilled with it just the way it was.
Some of the major benefits, or the lasting benefits, are the exposure that Salem gets on a national stage as to what a wonderful golf course it is, what a great design Donald Ross put into this golf course.
The focal point of a golf course is the greens. And we're going back to Ross's vision. We're not inventing anything. But going back to that, I was just so impressed by how much better this golf course got overall by improving and re-authenticating, the focal point of this course.
Well, the majors are extra special. I mean, all players, whether it's regular tour or Champions Tour, they're really kind of focusing on the majors as trying to gear up for those and play their best. This one, the Senior Open, on the Senior Tour, Champions Tour schedule is probably the biggest and best tournament of the year.
So fans from all over New England, really all over the country and all over the world, will be here and seeing the world's best golfers compete at Salem.
Well, thanks for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the show. But have you followed us on social media yet? At Golf Destination on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook offers the best and most original content for golfers of all abilities. Follow, like, and tag at Golf Destination. We'd love to see what you have to offer. We'll see you next time. I'm Grace Dyslinski for GolfDestination.tv, presented by Goslings of Bermuda.